yeah. I'd rather be a broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be a VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shame me. Had to get it how I got it on my phone to me. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man. I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty started treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah. On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Saint Laurent, yeah. Got me when it's cool, yeah. Keep one, move, yeah. You my little baby boo, yeah. I love you like my favorite color blue, yeah. Real spill, yeah. I'd rather be a broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be a VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shame me. Had to get it how I got it on my phone to me. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same man. I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty started treat me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing toward today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Garoppolo's 49ers going up against Palmer's Cardinals.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Three-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
They go to Johnson again. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. Now, big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember, Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner, he's finally found a real home in Arizona.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Again, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
first carry for Carlos Hyde. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They run it again with Hyde. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Palmer now off the bootleg. Got some room at the 30. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On the toss, here's Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw on third down, Palmer. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And Palmer gives to Johnson. Ooh, the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Palmer. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Earl Mitchell in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Switching things over, San Francisco taking over on offense here in just a second. And you and I discussed earlier when Jimmy Garoppolo became the starter, what a turnaround it was for San Fran at the end of the year. 1-10 in the first 11 weeks, 5-0 after that. Some momentum to take into the offseason.
And beat some teams that are acknowledged as good teams in the league, including the NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams down the stretch. So that was a big deal for them. Highest scoring offense in the NFL last 4 weeks of the season. But I loved last year's draft because they got good play from those guys. Solomon Thomas in the first round. Reuben Foster in the first round, the linebacker. Trent Taylor, wide receiver. And Akello Witherspoon, cornerback. Some building blocks as they move forward.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue, landing. Detroit.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Let's go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now he's flushed out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Palmer gives to Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Let's go. Over.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here comes Arizona's offense back onto the field. And earlier we were talking about the quarterback position. A big decision coming up on that spot. But, you know, Cardinal fans and fantasy football owners, I guess, so disappointed when David Johnson went down in the opener with a fractured wrist, wound up missing the season. That kind of got overlooked in 2017.
It certainly did, and it was the first big domino in why the Cardinals didn't really make a run at the playoffs this year, because of David Johnson's ability to run it and catch it and initiate all the offense that the Cardinals wanted to run. The defense still held up. Calais Campbell went to Jacksonville. The defense was still 6th in the league. But offensively, we're not nearly the same team.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hurry up, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension can...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They give to Johnson going right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Now it's Palmer. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, 28 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he has a physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter, even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Garoppolo now, first down throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you've got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Halfback sent in motion. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Corey Peters coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Johnson. Only able to make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Big hold to the 30. And he'll cut it out to the side. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 85 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo on first down. Now he'll escape to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carlos Dansby able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
Here we go. Philly, here we go. All right, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go now. No, check. Patriot. Here we go now.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Green 39. Watching that Barney.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Watching that Barney. Here we go. Detroit.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Garoppolo now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Watching that
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue 90.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
All right, have you now, Barney.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Down right around the 25. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
All right, here we go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Leopard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard working